Factoring by grouping is a very common technique whenever we have four terms, and as we've actually seen, you can use it to factor quadratics in three terms as well, trinomials. So let's factor this polynomial by grouping. To do this, we first notice that we have four terms. Okay? So we group these, put parentheses around the first two, parentheses around the second two. We factor out a greatest common factor from each of those. In this first grouping, we have a common factor of 3x squared. So we factor that out, and what we have left is 2x plus 1. In the second set, we see a common factor of 2, so we bring that out, and we have a common binomial term here of 2x plus 1 that's in both of those. So what we have is a common binomial factor, and we bring that out to form one of the two factors of our answer, and then whatever's left. So in this case, the 3x squared plus 2, 3x squared plus 2 forms the second factor. Let's practice this with a couple of questions. Factor this by grouping. Now notice again we have four terms. We can apply this when there are only three. There's a trick we can pull. But if we have four terms, we'll group the first two, group the second two. Now we have a common factor, greatest common factor in the first two of x squared. So I'll put x squared. And when I factor x squared out, I get 2x plus 1. Remember, we're dividing by x squared in each of those. Now for the second set of parentheses, the second set of terms, we'll factor out a greatest common factor of negative 3, which leaves us with a 2x when we divide that, and a positive 1. Again, we're dividing by negative 3. We have a common binomial factor of 2x plus 1. And the rest of the terms, x minus 3, or x squared minus 3. And that is how that factors. Do that again with the second question. We'll group the first two. Notice they have a common factor of x squared. And that would leave us with an x minus 1. Okay, now the second two, because that first of the two terms in that set is negative, we're going to factor out a negative 5. Negative 5. And that would leave us with a positive x minus 1. Meaning that this factors as x minus 1, and what's left, x squared minus 5.